Hola mis estudiantes. Today we're going to briefly talk about impersonal expressions. Now, impersonal expressions are incredibly easy. We talked about them a little bit last year, but there's something that we're going to continue to build on, and we're really going to start learning the subjunctive mood with impersonal expressions. So I want to make sure that you're comfortable with these as we move forward. So please make sure that you're following along with the notes and jotting down any questions that you have and really processing through this information as we get started. So, let's go. Alright, so when should we use impersonal expressions? Alright, well, we should use impersonal expressions when we want to give an opinion or suggest that something should or should not be done without stating who specifically should do it. So if you think about it, impersonal, we're not specifying who it is that we are talking about. So let's talk about how to form these expressions. Very, very, very easy. So we're going to use that third person singular of ser, so that él, ella, usted, as well as the infinitive of our verb. So we can use any tense with these impersonal expressions. So, depending on what our tense is going to be, it could be es, fue, era, or va a ser. Es, fue, era, or va a ser. Again, those are all the third person singulars. And then you're going to add an adjective, which we're going to talk about a list of here of adjectives. We know an adjective is a describing word. And then finally, we're going to have our infinitive. Okay? So please note that there is no a before the infinitive. In English, I think we want to say it, but in Spanish, it's not necessary. So here's a list of common adjectives used with impersonal expressions. Now, is this list 100% complete? Of course not, but just the most common ones. Bueno, difícil, fácil, importante, imposible, interesante, malo, mejor, necesario, posible, divertido also. So make sure that you're comfortable with all of those adjectives mean in English. So you might need to pause to finish writing those down. Of course, this is just this kind of silly review, but remember, adjectives are our AR, ER, or IR endings. So they're all going to look like trabajar de voluntario, romper, mentir, all examples of infinitives. So here are some examples of some impersonal expressions. Era interesante escuchar las entrevistas. It was interesting to listen to the interviews. Va a ser difícil mirar el partido de MU, actually. So it's going to be difficult to watch the MU game, right? Rock chalk, baby. Es necesario respetar a los demás. It's necessary to respect others. Oh, I thought there was one more. So anyway, as we can see, we've got our conjugation of our verb ser, our adjective, and then the verb in the infinitive form. Very simple. But we're not specifying who it is that we're talking about. We're just saying it's difficult, it's necessary, it was interesting. Okay? So then I'm going to give you some sentences from the present tense, the preterite tense, the imperfect tense, and then ir plus a for you to translate into Spanish. So go ahead and hit pause, and I want you to put together those impersonal expressions. Now, I know it might be easy to just click the next slide and copy the answers, but that's not doing you any good as you process through this information. So, hit pause, and let's see how you do. Alright, here we go. Es bueno patrocinar los programas educativos. Fue posible traducir el ensayo o el papel. Era fácil emitir los anuncios. Y va a ser imposible distribuir todos los volantes. Okay? So hopefully you did pretty well. If vocabulary was something that you struggled with this activity, well then that means that you should probably work on your vocabulary. But if you can form our impersonal expressions, then you should be good to go. Alright, please make sure that you jot down any questions that you have, and we're going to do lots of practice with our impersonal expressions here in the next couple days. Adios!